If you're still running payroll yourself or handing it off to someone who's just figuring it out, you could be one mistake away from penalties, stress, or worse, losing the trust of your team and paying costly fines. But here's the good news: payroll doesn't have to be a burden. Stay tuned to learn more.
Welcome to Biz Help for You, the show that saves you the expensive learning curve by providing advice from industry experts in every facet of the entrepreneurial journey. Too many small businesses collapse. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, 20% fail within their first year, and less than 35% make it to their 10th anniversary. The goal of this podcast is to change that statistic. So if you're interested in learning more to be a successful entrepreneur, tune in today.
Welcome to this quick tip episode of Biz Help for You. I'm Candy Messer, and in 10 minutes or less, I tackle one business question to help you make smarter decisions because I want to see you succeed and truly enjoy running your company. If you're a business owner who's been juggling payroll alongside everything else on your plate, today's episode is especially for you. I'm talking all about payroll, not the software, but the real work behind it, the filings, the deadlines, the potential for mistakes, and most importantly, how outsourcing it to a professional payroll company can save you time, money, and a whole lot of stress. This episode is for you if you're doing payroll yourself, you've handed it to someone on your team, but still feel uneasy about it, or maybe you're not quite sure what compliance even means when it comes to payroll, and that's okay. By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly why partnering with a payroll pro is one of the smartest moves you can make in your business. Let's be honest, payroll is one of those things that seems simple until it's not. Maybe you started off with just one employee, so it felt manageable. But now you're growing, or your team is shifting, or you're juggling contractors and employees, and suddenly you're second-guessing everything. It's important to understand that doing payroll can open the door to a lot of risk. This can include filing errors that lead to penalties and fees, missed deadlines, misclassifying employees and independent contractors, mishandling wage garnishments or sick leave requirements. And none of this is theoretical. I've seen business owners get hit with thousands of dollars in penalties, not because they were careless, but because they didn't know all the rules. For instance, one employer didn't realize they had to pay additional federal unemployment because they were in a credit reduction state. What would have been a few hundred extra dollars if paid on time turned into much more with penalties and interest. And someone who didn't realize they had to pay each time payroll was run rather than monthly incurred late filing penalties and interest. When you don't pay what is due on time, it takes quite a while for tax agencies to send notices of delinquency, and interest has been accruing since the balance was due. This is usually at least 6 months later, but sometimes even a year or longer before you're made aware of the issue. Meanwhile, interest on the unpaid penalties continues to accrue. That is why professional support is helpful, and this is where we shine. Here's what we do differently. We stay up to date on the rules. Payroll laws change constantly, federal, state, and even local. You shouldn't have to track that. We do it for you. We calculate everything accurately. From taxes to benefits to reimbursements, we get it right so you don't have to fix mistakes later. We meet every deadline. Quarterly filings, end-of-year forms, deposits, all handled. No more scrambling or calendar reminders. We provide easy-to-understand reports. You'll know exactly where your payroll dollars are going. We're humans. No call centers, no vague chatbot answers. When you work with us, you get a real person who knows your business and has your back. So what does it actually look like to work with us? First, we learn about your business, how often you run payroll, who's on your team, and any unique needs you might have. We do the heavy lifting from there, getting your team set up, assisting with documentation, and making sure everything's in compliance. We tailor our services to you, whether you run payroll weekly, semi-monthly, or you need to file past due reports. And the best part, we're here whenever you need help, and we're proactive about reaching out when laws change or deadlines come up. Our goal is to make sure that you never have to worry about payroll again. Now let's talk about the return on investment. Because payroll might not feel like a revenue-generating task, but handling it wrong, that will cost you. When you hand off payroll, you gain hours of time back every month. You avoid costly mistakes that can lead to penalties. You feel confident in your business's financial health. You get peace of mind, which honestly is priceless. And your team feels the impact too. They get paid on time, accurately, and reliably every single time. If you're wondering whether now is the right time to make a switch, here are a few signs to look for. You dread running payroll. You've made mistakes or fear you're about to. You've grown beyond just one or two people on your team. You're not sure if you're in full compliance. And you know your time is better spent elsewhere. If any of those sound familiar, you're not alone, and it's time to get support. If payroll has been weighing you down, we'd love to help. Give us a call to chat. There's no pressure and no commitment, just a conversation to explore whether professional payroll support is the right next step for your business. You can reach out to us at 310-534-5577 or contact@abandp.com. We'll get some information to understand your situation and let you know what it would look like to work with us. And a benefit to using us compared to big, well-known companies is improved cash flow in most cases. As a monthly tax depositor, we can keep you on the same schedule rather than deducting taxes right away, helping you keep your funds longer. You don't have to keep figuring out alone. Let's make your business feel a little lighter, starting with payroll. When you no longer stress about the mistakes you might make and have a professional assist you, you'll have peace of mind, which is a gift you'll be glad you accepted. Thanks for tuning in to this quick tip episode of Biz Help for You. I know payroll isn't the flashiest part of business, but it's one of the most important, and getting it right frees you up to focus on what you really love about your work. If you have a question you'd love to hear covered on this show, send me a message at media@abandp.com. And if you find this topic helpful, would you leave a review and share it with others? And if you'd like to financially support the show, a link is in the show notes. Until next time, have a wonderful day.
Thank you for listening to Biz Help for You. Please join your host, Candy Messer, again next time. Have a terrific day.